If you have the energy, all the things Spirit puts around you become things of beauty and strength. In the highest sense, your life becomes surrounded by a display of living art. Wisdom without kindness and knowledge without sobriety are useless. We live in a world rife with meanness, betrayal, and madness. But what should we do to protect ourselves from the world's woes? The answer is obvious. We need to accumulate strength and restore our energy levels. The only way to do this is by cultivating good, as this is an ancient technology for restoring inner resources. Today, we'll explain what good truly is and how it can make you stronger. Good isn't just a moral category. It's an indispensable and time-tested practice for accumulating personal power and restoring free energy, bequeathed to us by the sages of antiquity. Therefore, goodness should be viewed as a surefire way to become stronger than the baseness in the world and learn to be untouchable by negative events in life. To understand how good works, imagine two decanters. The first is pure crystal with harmonious curves. The second is made of untreated, cracked clay. If we fill the crystal decanter with living water, we will see its purity and feel its healing power. But in a clay decanter, the same water will leak through the cracks in the walls. This means that to contain and harness this power, a proper and appropriate form is needed. Creating such a form is the essence of the technology of good. You may ask, this is all beautiful, but what does this have to do with me? How will this knowledge give me energy and fill me with strength? The answer is simple. The image of the decanter represents your personality, and your character is the material from which it is made. If the qualities of your character are disharmonious, then the vessel made of such material cracks and strength leaks through its form. But if your personality is brought to integrity and harmony, you create the right form, which, according to the laws of life, inevitably fills with strength. Good teaches a person to choose the right character traits, the ones capable of attracting strength. It follows that if you experience a lack of strength and energy depletion, develop your personality and reveal the good within. A logical question: what specific traits make a form correct? These are the very qualities of a man of knowledge that Don Juan spoke of to Castaneda. By developing them, you don't simply work on yourself. You harmonize your personality, transforming it into a ready-made vessel for energy and a form for power. This is the fundamental foundation of the technology of good, according to which the power of the Spirit manifests in a form that corresponds to the higher nature of man. It is precisely through correct character traits and a balanced personality that you gain the energy not just to defend yourself from life's blows, but to be able to withstand them. So why do we turn into those clay jugs when, instead of accumulating strength, we lose our potential and accumulate pain and fear? The reason lies in the mundane thinking, or as the ancients called it, the predator program in the human consciousness. This program makes you believe the world is a battlefield where you can only take and run. The patterns of mundane thinking make your personality a leaky mold from which all vital energy leaks. Where there is no good, evil always arises. Mundane thinking and the predatory consciousness are evil, which drains your energy. Therefore, developing goodness is the only way to form your personality with the right character traits, prepare it to accumulate strength and energy, and rid yourself of mundane thinking, thus regaining your meaning in life. For those of you who want to delve deeper into the topic of mundane thinking, we've prepared a guide, How to Get Rid of 10 Blocking Ideas, that highlight how mundane thinking is preventing you from restoring your free energy. Follow the link in the video description to learn how to become stronger and recognize mundane thinking in your life. The technology of developing goodness consists of 3 fundamental skills that are vital for any person to develop: the ability to think correctly, the ability to discern, and the ability to concentrate. The first step in the technology of uncovering goodness is learning to think correctly. This step begins with a sober recognition that the predator's program and mundane thinking exist, that they distort your perception of the world, and that this harmful influence can be eliminated. Thinking correctly means ceasing to be impulsive and superficial. You begin to see the essence of what is happening and do not waste your energy in vain. Correct thinking makes you a responsible person who strategically manages their inner resources and potential. Using such thinking as a criterion for choice and decision-making, you block the predator's manipulations, avoid unnecessary actions, and therefore conserve your energy. In this way, you gain freedom from evil in this world. Now, instead of the patterns and stereotypes of everyday thinking dictating your rules of behavior, you yourself manage your life, taking precise and free actions. By sacrificing the unnecessary, you direct your energy to what is truly important. Now, let's combine strong character traits with the ability to think clearly. Let's take the quality of lightness. Everyday thinking replaces lightness with frivolity, fundamentally confusing a sober perception of reality. After all, frivolity is an attempt to escape responsibility. True lightness is the ability to rise above the situation and escape the tyranny of predatory patterns. Where the average person wastes energy on fear and resistance, you see dozens of solutions to any problem. This allows you to act at the right time, in the right place, and in the right state. Thus, you stop fighting the world and seeing it as a threat. Instead, you become stronger and, with a light heart and the correct thinking, you accept life's challenges with minimal expenditure of energy and effort. To be light means to be unattainable by predators, and to think correctly means to cultivate lightness and good within yourself. The second step of the technology of goodness is the ability to discern. Essentially, this is your antidote to mundane thinking. Discernment helps you choose only what is best and necessary at the current moment to accumulate strength and energy. This skill teaches you to manage your attention and not waste your resources on everything imposed by mundane thinking. You begin to take what is rightfully yours and what is essential to you. At the same time, you stop responding to what is advertised and offered by predators and is therefore useless to you. With discernment, you choose the path that has a heart. This path fills your life with strength and energy, and your personality with warmth and good. Let's talk a little about money and time. These are two resources that are key in every person's life and reflect their relationship with power. A lack of discernment makes us truly bankrupt and causes us to senselessly waste these resources every day. Mundane thinking bombards us daily with false goals and ideas. Without discernment, our attention risks becoming swept up in the imposition, and after a while, we invest our time and money in dangerous goals and ideas that are alien to us. Therefore, we constantly feel a lack of time and money, constantly thinking that we need more to start living the life we dreamed of. Discernment, however, teaches us to live in abundance and understand that we always have enough time and money to do the best we can and to bring our lives into order. An orderly life is good in action. It is a life in which there is enough time, money, strength, and energy for the next step on the path of our destiny. This is why discernment leads us to good and therefore to the ability to understand the meaning of our lives. The final step is learning to concentrate. Concentration focuses your inner resources on what's essential to you. If correct thinking helped you choose the right path, bypassing the labyrinths of mundane thinking and discernment allowed you to clear the path of unnecessary things, then concentration will direct your strength and energy toward what you desire. This is how we find the meaning of life and move toward its realization. Remember how a magnifying glass works. It focuses scattered solar energy into a beam. Your character, with its right qualities, and your good personality work in the same way. With their help, you focus your energy on the goals you desire. In this case, predatory programming and the lies of everyday thinking are unable to impose illusory ideals on your life. Therefore, you will eventually achieve what you need. Misunderstanding and recklessness will disappear from your inner world, and common sense will enter your life. Only by cultivating the good within you will be able to focus your power and begin to see the world in its true, mysterious light. We've become accustomed to blaming everyone around us and the entire world for our failure to be strong and intelligent. We've stopped cultivating good, stopped treating good as an abstract moral idea. In reality, it's a powerful technology for accumulating strength and restoring energy. With it, you'll stop being a victim and unleash the strategist within. You'll view your life as a mysterious gift and the world as a reflection of the eternal forces leading you to freedom and wholeness. Every person needs to cultivate good, not just to be kind and pleasant, but to become stronger than the illusions of mundane thinking and to become inaccessible to predatory manipulation. Being good is the most sensible way to live. It's the only way that will protect you from the meanness of the world.